Hello again. I finally got my beads in so I can show you how to make the insert for the blanket, for the weighted blanket. I wanted to show you really quick how I got kind of close to the stuff. Oh, the lighting isn't going to be nice to me. But I got kind of close without actually, that's like what, maybe 1/8 of an inch, I guess. I did that on all of them, so there's only little random spots that would be puffed up when it's all said and done. I thought about getting the batting put on there, but no sense in it if I can't put the whole thing together. So let me toss that to the side for now, literally. Then show you what I started. I picked a green insert because it will match that and it won't, no colors will bleed through. I can't really tell you the exact size. All I did was take the length of cut the design fabric, the birds and paisleys, and I got double the length in this because I could have just folded it in half, but I like to trim it and sew 3 sides. So just to keep things straight, I went ahead and pinned all along the side of this one selvage line. I won't be sewing very close. I'll probably sew, say, right about here, say like an inch and a half, maybe almost 2 to the inside, because I want to have a little bit left over when I go to put this all together. So let's put the little mini beast on. And pretty much I just make sure I know I have enough left over, because I'm going to need that fabric to grab, because when you put the binding on and you connect everything, you don't want to be sewing through the pockets with the beads. You want to have a little bit of fabric just to grab when it's done. Now I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me sew this whole thing, so let me pause recording for a second and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got all 3 sides sewn. Like I said, I went ahead and didn't mind having a selvage there, because that'll come off later when I trim it up. I left all this extra without a problem, because it will get trimmed. What I do is I try to make this side a little bit even. The easiest way to do that is the shorter side, put that on the outside where you're going to trim. Get as close as you can. There we go. It's pretty close. Oh, machine, move. Thank you. Then, yes, I talk to my machine. We have a love-hate thing some days. I'm sure you all understand that. And just trim it. So we have a nice even edge when you go to put the beads in. Now, this piece is like what? Let's see. We'll say 23 plus another 20. So it's like 43 inches wide, pretty much at this point. Now what I do is, now I get the end that is sewn, not the end that is open. I take the 2 side seams, the thread, and I put them together. That way I know they're right there. And then pull it straight. So put the seams together. Make sure they're lined up kind of even, you know, even at the corners. Put it like this. Pull it tight. I have these nifty little clips. I will put a clip right in the fabric there, and then we'll open it up, and that will be, this is where I sew my first line straight down. gotta get this off my feet so I can find my pedal. My goodness, it's long. Maybe I just need a taller table. Now, if you really wanted to be precise and picky, you could worry about trying to measure and make sure everything's completely straight, which I would normally do if this was going to be showing on the outside, but it's not. So if the blocks are just a tiny bit wonky, that's okay. What am I doing? You simply just sew straight down. Hopefully I'll be done with this part too. I'm really only going to show you how to do the one half side, then do the other half off camera. If I used a bigger stitch, it wouldn't have taken as long to get that done, but I like to use a smaller stitch because these beads need to just stay put. Now, I do the same thing again with the folding to find the centerpiece, or the center part. But I don't go from edge to edge, I go from this line to this line, the sewing lines. Match them up. Oh, it's being a booger. There we go. If it wants to be ornery like that, you can always just lay it out. Bring this over. Well, you can't see me doing it that way, but you line up the threads again. Pull that nice and taut. Grab my little pen. And there we go. And I will sew down there. Now this has to be, I'll go ahead and sew it real quick and show you one more time, so you can see the size of the actual pockets when it's done. Oh, come on, don't hold on to the fabric. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now, to do it one more time, so you can see the actual size, because right now this is what? Now let me use a smaller ruler to easier. Oh, this is like 10 inches wide right here, this little section here. I will, again, I like to start from the middle and work my way out. So I will do it again like this. But if I do, I also have to, I keep in mind how big I'd like the pockets to be. I may switch it up. No, actually I'll leave it just like that. I want the pockets to be big and mushy. Get that like that. Put my little pin in there. And sew again. So again, I will pause, finish getting the columns done, and then I will show you how to put the beads in.